You guys have no clue what I went through today. Well, you were if you're in my Discord server, then you probably know what I went through today because you were probably hanging out with us while I did it, but wow. Wow, wow. So, I'm going to make an announcement for Kyle Curtis. He sent me a message, and I'm going to relay it. Of course, I'm not making a claim. I'm just simply relaying the message from Kyle Curtis about the Non Sequitur show. I'm going to tell you what I've been up to today so you can feel my pain with me. Hold on, let me turn my mic down. I got to set my audio levels. Because something's up here at Rockland. Here's something's up here at the rockAlot, here at the parking lot that we hang out back of the Rock skyscraper in the sky here. There's been something going on today that I'm going to explain to you. But before we get going, I got to make sure my stream's okay and everything's looking good and, you know, all that good stuff. Because I'm streaming for you right now. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. From a brand new hard drive. Brand new hard drive. A solid state. I was using a regular slow hard drive. And it's the first time I've ever had a solid state drive in my PC. Now, every other part of my PC when I bought it was literal top of the line. Okay, my processor is insane. We looked at it today. It has like 16 cores because it's a dual core, 8 cores. My memory is top of the line. My, every other part of the computer, man, the fans, the power unit, all of it, the case, the lighting, it's just all of it's top of the line. Except for my hard drive. My hard drive was very, very fast, but it was on sale through Alienware, and it was a 5 terabyte hard disk drive. Now, most of you may know what that means. It means that it's a literal disk read by a laser. So it has to spin and all that craziness, dude. And I'll tell you, it is night and day going from a hard disk drive over to a solid state. Literal night and day. Now, there's a few issues because of me installing this. It means that I've completely reinstalled Windows, which is great. We shouldn't crash like we were this month. You know, late at night, we'd have my PC crash sometimes while I was streaming. So that should be fixed 1,000%. On top of that, my PC is just much faster in general. Every tiny thing I do is snap of a finger, lightning, even right-clicking. Is my TV working? Busy? Are you working? Okay. We got busy. I hope they can hear you, because if not, then I'm the only one being tortured by your voice. I know it's not funny, okay? I'm not always trying to be funny. Now, my webcam's choppy. If you noticed, my webcam's choppier than hell. I don't know why. I think it's because I need to install some software for my webcam, but it's a shitty webcam, and I want a new webcam. I'm going to try to get a new one. Move that TV over. There we go. I need to get a new webcam. I'm admitting it. I'm finally admitting it. I will soon. And not only that, I am also using a monitor that is 144 hertz. So I've upgraded from a 60 hertz monitor to a 144. I didn't buy a new monitor. I'm just using a different monitor. And me likey the monitor. Me likey the hard drive. It makes such a world of difference. Why, you ask? So now my hard drive is basically like a stick of memory. It's just a disk drive. It's memory. It's like it's the same thing as the memory in your computer. It's just a terabyte of it that the computer reads from and doesn't have to spin up a disk and read it with a laser. That's point one. Point two, when you're using a 60 hertz monitor, no matter how fast your computer is, no matter how many frames per second your video game is, you're only seeing 60 frames a second with a 60 hertz monitor. So when I'm now at 144 hertz, now those two blazing fast graphics cards that I have with that blazing fast central processor unit that runs video games at 200, 300 frames per second, now I can actually see 144 of those frames a second. The human eye can't really tell above like 90. But I'll tell you this, the human eye can definitely tell above 60. I'll attest to that. Now, Why are we here? The main reason we're here is for me to give you a brief statement from Kyle Curtis and to also do an OBS stress test because, of course, I installed Escape from Tarkov on the computer. So, you know that's what we're going to be doing tonight because I'm obsessed with that game. I love it, and it's very exciting to watch. Very exciting to play. It's like a weird freaking experience, like a weird movie every time you play it. But we're going to go into Escape from Tarkov. Did you see what happened last night, by the way, when me and Marabino, one of my viewers, went into Shoreline? Marabino and me killed some guys, and then Bino got killed, and then I killed the fools that killed Bino, and then I looted them all, and I was running out. And I get behind a tree, and I'm standing there, and this dude comes up behind me with a shotgun and shoots me in the head twice. Point blank. And the reason why Escape from Tarkov is so good is because it emulates everything. Now, luckily, I had a really good helmet on, and he was using a really crappy shotgun, or I would have been dead. But I can't describe what happened after I was blasted. I went deaf. And my vision blurred completely, and I almost died. And I had to, like, go and heal myself like crazy while I was running away from this guy because I couldn't kill him because I could barely shoot back because my character went into shock. That's how realistic Tarkov is. I literally went into shock, and I couldn't do anything. So it's all those little details about Tarkov makes the game so weird and crazy to play because you really feel like you're doing that shit, bro. It's another level up from PUBG. It's basically the most realistic game I've ever played. Anyway, you don't care about that. You want to know what Kyle Curtis said. I'm dragging it on, and I'm sorry. I literally I sat down at 1 or 2 p.m. and started to clean my computer. All the dust out of it. That took hours. Then I installed the hard drive. That only took an hour, but then I had to re-download everything, get all my streaming stuff. You're like, dude, it looks the same. Of course it does. I transferred all the files over. So I'm just excited to be done, man. It's been a full work day today. A full work day that I had to pay for out of my own pocket. It's okay because I'm just happy. I'm happy to actually try out this new hard drive with some video games. Let's get into that, but no more ado-do. No more ado-do. What did Kyle say about Steve McRae's announcement? I got it. I got you covered. Let's go. Yeah, lulz junkie. Shell shock, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. I'm getting there, lulz junkie. Who do you think you are? Some kind of lulz junkie or something? You think you're a lulz junkie? Is that who you think you are? I'm silly as fuck, dude. I'm silly. All right. Okay, so here we go. Here's what Kyle said. Now, this is not me. I'm not claiming something. I'm just relaying a message onto you here at the rockAlot channel to be nice, because I should not even say anything until I go to Unirock 2 after I do tonight's stress test. Okay? I should do this stream, which will be a stress test on... am I doing okay, by the way? Yes, we're at 8 megs a second. Great. 1080p 60 frames a second, everybody. 1080p 60 frames a second. Yes, we're at 1080p 60 frames a second, everybody. Great. I shouldn't say shit, and I should wait until I get to Unirock 2 and say it to the whole audience, because some people don't like video games, and they know that's what I do over here, so... I'm going to give it to you guys, though, because I think Kyle needs to get it out there. The claim needs to be out there. The opposition to what Steve McRae is saying needs to be out there. So, Kyle... Well, let me start like this. Steve thinks that he's won everything at this point. He's even gone as far to lie to everybody. He told everybody that because of this ruling, it made their partnership devoid or whatever he said. That's not true. He knows it. He knows. Whoopsie. Whoa, Wolf. Thanks, dude. How are you donating through Super Chat right now? I don't have super chat. Okay? Anyway, though, all the super chats from yesterday are popping up. Damn it, let me pause them. Those are yesterday's, or that's the last stream. Let me go and pause it at Streamlabs. Hold on. Anyway, so Steve made a lot of inaccurate statements based on the court documents. Now, unless the court filed a bunch of shit that they didn't tell anyone about, and unless the court filed like shit that isn't public, but for some reason everything's public, so I'm not saying that that's true. God only fucking knows, but basically, he would have to go to court to dissolve the partnership, and he can't use alleged crimes against Kyle as a reason to dissolve a partnership unless those crimes have been charged in criminal court. According to someone I talked to, like I just said, you'd have to take it up with a lawyer, and nothing that's said about the court system is ever known until things happen. But Kyle Curtis is going to, before he gives up the channel, file in court for the judge with all of the examples of cyberbullying, all the slander that Steve did. Now, what Steve doesn't remember, or he tends to forget, he got really cocky when Kyle took off, right? He got real cocky. And for some reason, he thinks that all of those lies that he told and all the contradictions that he said somehow can't be put into a video and given to a judge. This is what Steve thinks. Now, Kyle is going to go file. Now, this is according to Kyle Curtis. I'm not making a positive claim for him. I can only tell you what he told me, okay? He is going to file before he gives back non-sec to try to stop the case, whether it works or not, and he's not handing over anything into Steve McRae until he absolutely has to and until he's had his day in court. So Steve can celebrate all he wants. He can go tell everybody that he's won and all this and that he's the owner of the channel, when if you read the court documents, every person I've asked who's read it has said, no, it says that they're 50-50 right now. All the judge did was take it back to 50-50. Kyle and Steve are now legally 50-50 in this. That's what happened, basically. Now, Steve did get primary on the channel, but that doesn't mean he owns the whole thing. That's according to many people that read the document. I'm not making a positive claim, even though there are people out there that are going to tell you I'm making positive claims. I am. If you actually listen to me speak, you'll say, wow, Uni doesn't do any of the stuff that all these ding-dongs say that he does. Well, exactly. You shouldn't be trusting them. They're bold-faced liars. So, Kyle's claim, his claim, like I stated, is that he will file in court, he will defend himself, he will not hand over non-sequitur unless he is absolutely forced to at the last minute, because it's so easy for Kyle to just put together all the evidence that they didn't have a 50-50, go take it to the judge, then, well, I wonder what happens if Kyle does that, old Grinchy poo. If he did that, I'm not saying he will, I'm not saying he won't, I'm just thinking out loud. If Kyle did take every example of Steve's lies, every example of Steve harassing Katie Joy or other people online, or how about where he's in a hangout threatening to dox people with one of his buddies and doesn't object to it and doesn't care, and then show the judge like this is the dude who you're listening to, a bold-faced, manipulative, cyber bully, harasser, threatener, doxer, this is the guy you're listening to, I think Kyle has a chance. Now, I don't know shit about the court system, and I suck at that stuff, and I have literally said that the whole time, and basically my opinion is no good when it comes to what the court's going to do or what the court's not going to do. All I can do is try to look at the evidence that's there and logically ask myself, what are all the possibilities? What seems like it is more likely than other things? You understand where I'm coming from? Okay, you understand where I'm coming from. So my expectation here is that if I was Kyle, I would fight him right now as hard as I possibly could, because it's the right thing to do, Kyle. If you give up on this and you just go into the cold, dark night and say to yourself, I'm happy, I'm going to let it go. You know why you got to fight this, Kyle? I would normally tell Kyle just to hand over the channel and ride into the sunset on his stallion. You got me? But I won't say that in this situation for one reason. Steve McRae is a supreme Omega-style boomer, but also narcissist. He is the one person online there that I would have no fucking doubt in saying that, oh yeah, if he goes to a fucking doctor and they sit down and talk to him and the doctor gets to see how he acts online and everything, they're going to diagnose him as a narcissist 100%. He's the one guy online. He beats out Onision when it comes to narcissism. He beats out every other YouTube dickhead. What's that one dude? FouseyTube. Steve beats them all out, man. That's the one thing Steve gets to be the king of. He's the king of narcissistic selfishness and sociopathy instilled in by rum and all the other garbage that he puts into his Grinchy gobbler. You know, that's what it's called. The hole that the Grinch pours the alcohol through, it's called the Grinchy gobbler. You know, like a turkey? You know that thing that most Grinchy gobblers have underneath their chin? That's the Grinchy gobbler. That's how it works. Now back to what I'm saying here. So yes, Kyle's going to have a lot of help, because there have been people that have been archiving Steve's lies and his stupidity and his threats and his bullying and his doxing for a while now. So Kyle has no work to do whatsoever other than getting a lawyer and having his lawyer file some stuff. So it is Kyle's claim that he will not just let this go. He may be at the last point. He may only have a couple weeks to get his shit together and file something to the judge, but he's going to do it, and he's going to try, according to Kyle Curtis. And the thing that Kyle's going to use as the excuse or the reason, because it's true, for him to ask the judge to allow him to defend himself and to give him a reprieve and to actually let him weigh in with his side and these other things, is the evidence. Not a claim, not an affidavit of words like Steve McRae used in court, because a lot of people, because Steve is saying it, thinks that Steve turned in some kind of evidence. Well, you do me a solid. You go to the website where this court case is up and look and see if there's any evidence. Go look and see if there's any evidence there. Because the only thing that judge looked at, because it was defaulted, was Steve McRae's word hole. You know, that thing that the alcohol goes into above the Grinchy gobbler, below the Grinchy curved nose. You got me? The word hole that goes in and feeds the Grinchy gobbler the alcohol. That, you know, that thing. So that's the only thing the judge looked at, was he defaulted the judgment based off the words that the Grinch spoke. So I think that if Kyle did turn this into the judge quickly, like he's been at the lawyer's office already, or tomorrow, or whenever. I'm sure he's already been there, but and gets in there quickly and actually lights a fire under the ass of a lawyer, then yeah, I got to fix my webcam. I know. See how slow and choppy it is? All of that will take time, and I wanted to stream, so I said, screw it, we're streaming, and I'll work on more shit tomorrow, but as I said, that is Kyle's claim. He has learned that he must defend himself. That was an exact quote. He's learned that he must defend himself. He will defend himself because he's got one reason. Now, this is the reason. I was going there, but then I missed it with the Grinchy gobbler, so let's get back to it. If Kyle Curtis doesn't defend himself, Steve is the utter supreme narcissist that's ever existed. We all know this. He's the king, the emperor, the Pope, even, of narcissism. So there's no way that Steve isn't going to try to take Kyle for every single thing he can, regardless of what he's gotten or regardless of what the truth is. He will literally lie to the judge. He'll lie to anyone he has to try and get everything he can, regardless if he's worked for it, if he's earned it, or if he deserves it, because he wants you to act. He wants you to defend him online. He wants to motivate you into flipping out and to do his social justice warriorism for him, right? We all know this. That's why he lives on social media. It's all he has. He's a lonely, narcissistic Grinch with a Grinchy gobbler. But if Kyle just sits back, Steve's going to try to hit him for $1 million if the judge will let him. It's like, you know, they could have just said, hey, fuck it, dude. Here's the channel. I'm outie 5,000. But if Kyle does that, then Steve's going to sue him for a shit ton of cash, and God only knows what will happen. So Why not pay a lawyer a few $1,000 and maybe not have to give Steve anything, or maybe not have to give him as much? Or if not, you're only out a couple $1,000 and at least you stuck the middle finger up in the air to Steve on your way out the door, right? Because as we all know, if Steve was the good guy, he wouldn't be this much of a bad guy. He wouldn't be defending Warden. Now, another thing we're going to talk about this weekend is a massive revelation thanks to ProLib, or is it, what was it, Progressive Liberal or something like that? Or am I saying his name wrong? It's not Progressive Liberal. What's dude's name? Can somebody type it for me? Yes, and he can always file an appeal, and he will, and he's going to. But if he has to, if he can't just walk in and get it overturned. The Grinchy Gobbler word hole. Yes, Traveling Sasquatch. At least other people know of its existence too. There's an entire chart out there that has every single bit of the Grinchy Poo's anatomy built out. I mean, people study, doctors study this stuff like the anatomy of the Grinchy Poo. You got me, the Grinchy Boom Boom. There's so many different types of Grinches. You've got a Grinchy Poo, you got a Grinchy Boomer, you got a Grinchy Boom Boom, you got a Grinchy Boom Boom Narcissist, you got the King Pope of the Grinchy Boom Boom Narcissist. So many different brands, so many different types. Is Ban Jojo in here? Hey, Ban Jojo, miss you, love you, good to see you. Progressive Liberal. I did say it right. Okay, so ProLib did this thing on his channel, and he came last night to my live chat and asked me to play it, and I thank him for that, and I appreciate you, man. I'll try to hook it up on Unirock 2 sometime, give you a shout out, you know what I'm saying? But he has a revelation. There was another guy like Warden that Steve McRae interviewed well before Warden. In fact, it is now accurate to say that Steve McRae has a history of supporting people like Warden and others. And guess who paid the guy that Steve McRae was so excited to interview? I'll give you a hint. The entire internet thinks that he didn't off himself. That's right. Jeffrey Epstein is now connected to Steve McRae. I wish I was joking, but it's true. Jeffrey Epstein paid some dude millions and millions of dollars. The dude that he paid was also accused of a bunch of stuff against women, and Steve McRae literally jumped up and gave himself a Grinchy Boom Boom high five when he got an interview with the guy and was celebrating it. So it's not if you just do something to one person, like dox them, harass them, lie about them, go around trying to frame them up for stuff. It's like, okay, they did that to one person. Maybe they're just losing their mind at the same time as they're misinformed. But once it becomes a pattern, and then once you get connected to Jeffrey Epstein, I think by then it's safe to say factually that we're dealing with, what's a good word? Pure, unadulterated evil.
Know who this man is, I will give you a quick recap. His name is Steve McRae, and Steve McRae...
Okay, Google Chrome just took a shit on me. Hold up.
If you don't know who this
Okay, Google Chrome, what are you doing here? Hold up. Let me reload it completely.
If you don't know who this man is, I will give you a quick...
Holy fuckatitis, dude. Do I got to restart it? Do I got to crash Chrome? Hold up, crashing Chrome because I'm not playing this game with Chrome today.
His name
there it is. Got
Steve
it.
McRae. And Steve McRae has lately been defending this man, Earl David Warden, who is a convicted sex offender. Steve hasn't just been defending him. Steve has been saying things like, the woman that Warden raped actually consented. Steve has been saying that he has secret evidence that proves this, but he's unwilling to show it to anyone. This isn't the first time that Steve has done something like this. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell, check out the links to Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee and Discord in the links below, and I hope you stick around for the whole video. This is going to be a doozy.
Wait a minute, are you trolling me? They said in the chat that he was riding on the Lolita Express? Oh my god, I'm scared now.
This whole ordeal with Steve defending Earl David Warden might be surprising for some, but it wasn't for me. Because, you see, before, Steve has defended this man, Lawrence Krauss. Who is Lawrence Krauss? In 2019, BuzzFeed News published the following story. It was an examination of prominent scientists who had taken money from Jeffrey Epstein after Epstein's 2008 conviction for soliciting a minor for prostitution. Krauss.
Okay, now hold the front door. Are you trying to tell me that Epstein gave this scientist dude like a shit ton of cash? Everybody knew it. It was like a really big thing that was reported across BuzzFeed and other places. Gotcha.
Krauss, a theoretical physicist and science popularizer, defended Epstein as the financier tried to restore his reputation after his release from jail. I don't feel tarnished in any way by my relationship with Jeffrey. I feel raised...
Well, you should feel tarnished about your relationship with Jeffrey, you freaking ding-dong.
...raised by it, Krauss told the Daily Beast in 2011. Krauss had earlier organized a 2006 conference on gravity on Epstein's private island in the...
Oh my flippin' Jeezy. You're telling me that he interviewed a guy that used to hang out on Epstein's private island? What?
U.S. Virgin Islands, tended by physics luminaries including the late Stephen Hawking. After Epstein's release, Krauss took his money to bankroll the Origins Project at Arizona State University, which organized meetings featuring leading scientists, intellectuals, and celebrities. It was shut down in 2018 in the aftermath of reporting by BuzzFeed News on Krauss's own history of sexual harassment.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that Krauss has a history similar to Epstein and similar to what the people were alleging about you-know-who? What?
Krauss has denied any misconduct. Krauss's project received at least $250,000 from Epstein's foundation, Enhanced Education, with the last payment dated April 2017, according to accounts obtained by BuzzFeed News under a...
Wait a minute. Are you telling me he was still getting paid, like, right before he was interviewed? Whoa!
Public records request. Now, for those of you who watched the Non Sequitur show, you know that Lawrence Krauss was a guest, and that Steve McRae was very happy to have Lawrence Krauss on, and that he was very vocal in defending Lawrence Krauss, and he would shout down those of us who pointed out that Lawrence Krauss had been accused of sexual misconduct. So I wasn't surprised to hear that Steve McRae defended Earl David Warden.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that this is now a pattern. What?
So here's what I will do going forward. Number one, if you are still willing to defend this man, I don't want to associate with you.
Well, I'll help you out, ProLib. Anybody that won't associate with you because of him probably would only be a couple people because he barely has anyone backing him anymore. I'll help you. I'll shout you out. I've now seen that you like playing video games. We can game together. I don't know if there's any games we both play. I'll pick up a couple new games if you want to play some games sometime here coming up. Either way, though, I think you'll have a much better chance of gaining followers chilling with people that don't do those things than, anyway, chilling with people that would. So we got your back. We got your back.
unsubscribe, block me, dislike the video. That's fine. I don't want to be around you if you think that this guy is okay. Number 2, if you are finally willing to admit that the cult of personality around this man is dangerous and leads to defending things that are immoral and
I didn't know Steve wore suits. I didn't even know he liked red ties. Weird.
illogical, and you are willing to denounce him, I am here to listen and help you through this. I'm so sorry, that's the wrong picture. Number 2, if you are finally willing to admit that the cult of personality around this man is dangerous and leads to defending things that are immoral.
And it leads to people getting doxxed, women being harassed sexually. Sorry, Busy's very sensitive. Busy, stop. He gets freaky. Not only that, but then Jeffrey Epstein ends up getting involved somehow.
And illogical, and you are willing to denounce him, I am here to listen and help you through this. Thanks for watching.
I think that is a really good video. I really think that is a great video from Progressive Liberal. I, myself, don't really agree with many progressive ideas. I typically don't agree with that many liberal ideas. Then again, I don't like talking politics at all, though, and I don't agree with much of anything anymore when it comes to how to run society now that everything is evil as fuck and nasty and disgusting. But I do appreciate when somebody, regardless of the ideas that they hold to or their type of political, whatever you call it, wants to stand up and do something good with their following, take a stand against something fucked up that's going on. I'm willing to band together and help out, regardless of how we think about all these other things. So I agree with him 100%, and I'm going to look into this man, Lawrence Krauss, in a coming video. And I will give a full breakdown. I didn't really know anything about the guy, but I do think he's the same guy. He looks really familiar. I really would normally right now look him up and we'd go into who he is and some of the outrage around him and what the allegations are, but I want to play Escape from freaking Tarkov, so I don't know if I'm going to. Either way, so many things are happening right now. So much is going on that there is literally a plethora, a just flood. There's just a lot of stuff going on, like, for us to make content around, for us to do live streams to do. And I know some of you are going to say, but UniRock, why aren't you on UniRock 2 with all of your subscribers doing these things? Don't rush me. No rushing me. I have to do this OBS stress test here on the rockAlot because as long as the computer now, after me installing all these things, I now know I got to fix my webcam in the morning, and I know I got to install my video editors tomorrow because I didn't get my video editor, my After Effects, or my audio software. Those things are very necessary for me to make videos that aren't live streamed. I will be getting all of that done tomorrow, and I will be pumping out the videos now. There's a lot that's changed about my ability to work now just from getting a new hard drive, and they're on sale. You can literally get one for $100 right now. A really good one. Plus, I want to get a backup also. But then again, we'll get into all that too. I'm not talking about that tonight. The main thing is, I really do feel like we now aren't just facing someone who's necessarily evil because of their actions online and how they treated people. I called him evil a month ago, and I do stand behind it. When people came to me and challenged me and said, you're just emotionally invested, and that's why you're calling him evil, I said, I'm not. I am emotionally invested, but my emotions don't make up my behavior in a video or in my content. And even though you may not believe me then, here it is this time later, and all that's happened is more and more has come out to show that I was right all along. We literally are fighting against something that is just, let's not use the word evil, it's too charged, it's too divisive. We'll just say wrong, unethical, immoral. These are factual things. Now, I would not prescribe those words to him. I would give him a chance and say, I would want to go sit down and actually have a conversation. But the problem is when somebody doubles down or triples down on something, it shows it wasn't an accident. It wasn't because they didn't know about this stuff. He actually does know about all this. I don't think he's prone to forgive our guys, RA guys. I don't think he's prone to forgive them because of an accident or because of one situation. I don't think he's prone to accept and forgive Kraus because of an accident or because of one situation. I know that he doubles down, triples down, and then gives the most absurd reasons for doing these things because he's just wrong. And I do think that until he shows evidence of the 50-50, regardless of the judge taking his affidavit or his words written down on a paper and then signed as evidence, it doesn't mean that I'm going to believe the 50-50. I'm not putting the judge down. I will legally accept that it's there and that that's how it is. I'm just glad that to round this out and to go into tonight's actual stream so I can shut up for a little bit and have some fun and chill with my peep squad, because there are really good videos to watch right now. I will state that we were right. This is it. This is why all these bad things are happening. We are dealing with someone who is highly immoral and highly unethical. That's why he says what he says. And if you watch Demi's last video, I had to watch it 4 times because I swear to God, I was watching Demi Anti-Ordinary's video and I was like, I was saying to myself, like, now there's something I got to be missing here. It cannot be that they really did accuse Fiona of something when they knew that it wasn't true, just to try to make a point to defend someone else. No one would do that. Not even the most nasty person would do that. But then again, they did. That's what I realized after watching it a few times. So, I mean, it's just fucked, guys. We're dealing with the most fucked thing ever. Kyle is going to fight back in court. He might be fucked. He might not be able to do anything. But I think there's still hope. And I think that even if there wasn't hope, he should still try, just so he can say he tried. Even if the hope is gone, he should try. Oh, man. So I've got to do an announcement to my people, to my peeps. And then we've got to watch a Creepshow art video because Creepshow laid the smack down in a new video. And I want to see it. And I want to do a video on Lisa Jean, whatever her name is. I want to weigh in on this. Plus, there are several other things going on that I'm going to weigh in on. Regardless if I get views or not, they are outside the purview of what I normally do, but I'm going to do it anyway, and my audience probably isn't going to click on the videos. That's okay. I want to get my opinion out. I choose videos based on what I want to do. I do projects on YouTube based on what I want to do, and I just hope that my audience will want to ride along with me, or that a new audience will want to hang out and ride along with those. So what I'm doing now for my channel and for my content, I'm going to be producing a shit ton of videos like I've been promising you, and get them out and get a bunch of live streams done and in. That now that I've got the computer fixed, you know that my computer's been crashing like crazy. And if it's going to crash in the middle of a live stream, you know it crashes all the time while I'm editing videos and doing other things. It has been detrimental. It's been fucking me up, dude. So now that I got it fixed, we good. Also, this new hard drive made my computer 3,000 times faster than it was before. I can now right-click and my menu pops right up. I can open a folder and copy something and it just instantly zaps over. Like there's no wait time. There was always 5, 10, 15 seconds of wait time. When I started up my computer, it took 4.5 minutes to start, and now it literally goes under 30 seconds to fully start because of the solid-state drive. So I'm going to be able to do my thing and put out videos much more efficiently and not be held down. Plus, there's one other thing I'm going to do, 2 other things I'm going to do that I will be doing live and we'll be watching videos, but of course, you guys know I started an Escape from Tarkov channel. It's not just Escape from Tarkov. I'm going to be doing Noida. which is a different game. It's a gaming channel, and I'm going to be doing a lot of gaming content. Plus, I'm going to be doing music and art, okay? So I might only do the music and the art for my channel 1 or 2 days out of the week. But either way, I'm going to do a video on Unirock 2, most likely do a live stream that day or a second video, and then take the time I have left to split between either the gaming videos or the art. Oh my God, you love me. I forgot about that. Either the, every time Uni cracks a Red Bull, a boomer loses his wings. So good. But I'll be able to get all this done. And I'm telling you, man, it's so easy to get it done when your computer's running lightning fast, dude. Like, I've just increased my workflow 500%, man. It's so nice. So let's do it. We got to get our stream on. It's late. I can't be up all night, and it's already 11:30. I already put in like 9 hours today getting this hard drive in and updating every one of my programs and getting my live stream back. The live stream was gone. I had to rebuild it from the ground up. So we got it back. Everything good. Let me organize my screen here so that I can actually stream with you. And let me go ahead and get the video pulled up that I want to watch first. I want to get your live. Oh, dude, I just moved my monitor, my second monitor, so that I can have your live chat right up next to me. I can see it perfectly now. Let me actually move my monitor a tiny more. Oh, bro, I wish you guys could see how awesome this is. Can you see this, Rachel? That is, I got live chat literally right next to me here. Isn't that tight? I've got this monitor that I can lay flat, and I've got my live chat literally laying right here just so I can look right over and see you guys. Okay, also, I need to try to kick on a program really fast that I don't have running, that I need running, so that I can turn on my fans. I need to turn on my fans. Oh, I might have to install it really quick. I need the Alienware program, and I don't know if it's installed. I got to get my fans turned up. Let me see if I can get this going real quick. Yeah, I got to install a program. Fuck. Installing it now. Here we go. Hang on to your horses. I don't know if it's going to fuck up the live stream to install this, but I'm installing it because I need to kick my fans up to 50%. My computer's not that hot, but I want to turn on I cleaned all the dust and garbage out of my computer today, and I need my fans on. I'm going to turn my fans on like 70%. I'm going to blow this like a helicopter, bro. It's going to be blown out, dude. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Go, 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 go. Load, 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 load. Okay, here it is. It's installing now. Hold your breath. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, fuck, dude. Maybe I could turn my fans on in a different... I turn my fans up with a different program. let's see here. All right, guys, you're going to have to give me a minute. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Here we go. Download. 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 File. All right, let's see if this will work. If not, I might restart the stream. It's not going to hurt anything. And my computer restarts really fast, so... Oh, yeah, here we go. This ought to work. I'm probably going to restart my stream, guys, just to let you know. It sucks. We got 130 people watching just on YouTube, so I'd hate to restart it, but we'll see. Might get lucky. Might get lucky. Let's cross our fingers. Oh my God, come on, bro. You gotta be done by now. Let me pull up Creepshow's video while we're waiting. Yes, busy. Jeffrey Epstein creeps me out. I would never take money from him, no. It's a very strict rule around here. No, I wouldn't. We don't have to worry about that now, though, but if he would have offered me money, Yes, we probably do know somebody that would. I don't like talking about this, busy. Oh my God, bro. Yeah, Brett's Brederick probably would too, dude. I mean, seriously, he always agrees with everything else that happens. I'm not. Ain't ever happening for me, bro. Deal with it. Deal with it, ding dong face. OMGZ in the heezy. Where in the... Oh, we got her. Let me see if I can kick these fans on, son. Okay. Thermal controller. Let's get her. We got her, guys. Just hold out for me for another second. We don't have to restart. Thanks, mofo. Hell yeah, bro. We got my fans to kick on just like I wanted. My fans are kicking on to 70%, 50%, whatever it may be, so we good. All right, let me just make sure one more time. Top fan is at 50 right now. Let me switch to 70 at my top centers. Okay, let me go. And okay, it won't let me change now. Okay, well, I'll do it manually. Let's go to 70 and apply. Yep. Did you hear it, Rachel? So it kicked? Okay. So we can go between 50, 40, and 70 right now. We're just going to stay at 50%. Damn, those fans are beastie loud, bro. Beastie loud. Now. Do you see the name of that subscriber right there above me? Take Down Steve McCrae is a new subscriber to my channel. How wonderful is that? That's just great. That's just gravy. That's just gravy. Next up, Creep Show. If you're not subbed to Creep Show, by the way, you are fucking crazy. Creep Show is fucking awesome. Creep Show art with Guess which YouTuber is trying to get me arrested? Sharing it to Twitter so you can find it right there. Make sure you get in there and see it for yourself. But we're about to watch it together so we can process this awesome video. That's fucking weird, dude. So wherever look, I can control my my mouse over here by tapping on this screen. It's got the wrong screen here. I got to fix that. So can I pause this doing that? Yeah, I can, dude. Look at that. Look, I'm using my touch screen and it's letting me like touch around on here. It's nuts so, dude. And oh, fuck. I just spilled Red Bull on me. Hold on. It's okay. It just got on my mouse pad. Damn it, I needed that freaking Red Bull. I want to down a. I need the whole thing. Give me the. Oh my gosh, my hand is sticky now. Luckily, it just got on the very far edge of my mouse pad a tiny bit. Izzy, you fired.
I didn't do it.
I'm blaming it on you.
Not fair, man. I didn't want Steve McCray.
Fuck you, Busy. We're good. All right, my mouse pad's not even wet. Okay. Creep show coming at you, but first we got to start up TARKOV.
Blame everything now.
You stay out of this, Busy. Ever since you tried to take me to court, I'm mad at you, bro.
I'm gonna sue your ass, bitch.
All right, Busy. I swear to fuck, I'm gonna use this in court against you. This is a live stream.